Please welcome the one, the only, Taylor Swift.
You guys are really scared. How many people were at the concert? Fantastic. How many people paid over $1,000 for the ticket? How many people paid? You paid over 1,000? Okay. How many people paid under 500?
I did because I didn't go.
Okay. How many people bought a fake ticket? Don't be shy. You know how many fake tickets were sold at the Taylor Swift concert? Over $1.5 million. $1.5 million of scam tickets. Scam tickets. Now, when you buy tickets, of course, you get on something like Geek or StubHub, and you see a price like that, and you ask Mom, can I go to Taylor Swift? Mom says, no way. Maybe yes. But then you find out that, oh God, I got somebody that's selling Taylor Swift tickets for cost, $100 a ticket. You get excited, right? It's on YouTube. Has anybody seen this on your phones? Right? No? Yes? No? We've all seen this? Okay, so anyway, selling tickets. I don't want scalpers to help a fellow Swiftie out. So, hey, I'll sell you what I paid for the ticket. Right? So what happens? They say $100 a ticket. You buy 2 tickets for $100, and they get this email. What does this email say? It says, hey, you got your $200. Oh, those are actually euros, but you got 200 euros, about the same as $1. But there's a service fee of $399 on top of that. But don't worry about it. We're going to give you back $404. So you talk to your friends, say, hey, you know what, it's Taylor Swift. I have some friends paying over $1,000. So what the heck, let's do it. So you send in another $399, and here's what happens. Now, Taylor Swift didn't have any hard tickets. She had internet tickets, right? The ones that went, you have it on your phone? This looks familiar, right? No? Yes? Okay, you ready, guys? You ready? Guess what? You go to the gate. You wait in line, you're excited, you're really excited, everybody's jamming, and you go to the gate and the person goes to scan your ticket, and it doesn't work. What happened?
Scam.
You got scammed. Why did you get scammed? Because guess what? How many times did they sell that QR code? And the computer picks that up. And so it scans once and it locks it. This is what happens. So the moral of this story is, but the millions and millions of dollars, over $108 million are sold in scam event tickets, concerts. So the moral of this story, ladies, is do not buy tickets other than a reputable source. Okay, you will get scammed. It was interesting. I was just in Chicago, and I was talking to somebody. She says, yeah, my daughter wanted to go. She found a cheap ticket for $150 for Taylor Swift. And I said, thank God it was probably a scam. Okay, so anyway, let's kind of move on. Let's talk about what you should look for. How many people in this audience have been scammed? Okay, well, all the parents in the back have been. I've been scammed. Okay, thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Let's see what we can look for. The price of nice. The price of nice. So here's what happens. Here's a common scam. A scammer steals a credit card. And here's what they do. The scammer sends you cash out money for $70 and says, oh my God, I am so sorry. I sent that money to the wrong person. Could you send it back? Have you ever gotten an email like that? You ever got a text like that? Nobody has gotten that? Look for it. So what does she do? She sends it back because she's a good person. She wants to feel good about herself. We really want to feel good about ourselves. And all of a sudden, guess what? This is a scam card. The credit card company disputes. You send your money, and that money goes away. And she just got scammed. Happens all the time. She got scammed. Hiding in plain sight. One of the things we want to look out for, you get these ads for food. Watch out. You can usually tell there's misspellings. There's usually misspellings. Here's one that's really popular. You get an email from a friend. Their account has been hacked, and your friend tells you, hey, I'm making tons of money on this whatever. And of course, it's not her, or him. It's actually a hacker that got into your account or their account, and they're sending you something that's not real. So hiding in plain sight is very, very common. Also, watch out for the expires soon. You got to act now. I manage money. I've been managing money my whole life. I manage hundreds of millions of dollars, and I will tell you, right after COVID, my clients' scamming quadrupled. It quadrupled. So I had to get into the scamming expert business with my team because my clients, who I protect their money, were in a situation where they were calling me and saying, Dom, in fact, I'm going to give you a good story. I had a good client of mine. She sends me a text in the middle of the night saying, Dom, I'm on the side of the road. I don't have my credit card. I have to pay the tow company. Could you send me $100 real quick? And good client of mine, 20 years, send her $100. I called her the next day and said, was everything okay? She says, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, no, I mean, I just got scared. So you got to be careful about that. Here's a real good one, and you probably can't read this one, but you get a message on Instagram about using your post as inspiration. Now let's talk about this. Hey, I really like your profile and your face, and if you let me, I make an amazing mural. And if you don't mind, you could be my inspiration muse. Now think about this. They're appealing to your ego, is what they're doing. And everybody wants to feel good about it. God, he really likes my work. I want to use that as an art project, authenticate human face emotion. I'm working on for my client. You'll totally get paid. So what happens is, my client will pay you with a check, and it will be written to your name. But since and what I want to do is, your end is going to be $500. We send you a check for $4,050, but you can send back the rest. So what happens is, they get a check, and it actually hits their account, and they can see right here at the bottom. You can see that the money hit the account, and you're thinking, oh my God, he wants me to take out, or she wants me to take out $500. And they want me to send back the rest. So she sends back $35.50. He sends back $35.50. Taylor, come here, Taylor. Oswald. His real name's not Taylor, it's Oswald. So he doesn't respond to Taylor. Oswald, come on now, help me with this thing. Over here. Okay. He's a little shy. So here's what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. We've got something that said, okay, Mom, you go to Mom and say, Mom, look, this person sent me $4,000, and they just want me to send back the balance and keep $500. So your mom looks at it and goes, huh. So here's what happens. The bank will post, but they will not clear. In other words, just because something is posted to your account does not mean the money is available to spend. And this is the problem. So what happens is, you send the $3,550, and guess what happens? Days later, the bank realizes the check is a fraud and takes away the funds, but you already sent the money back. Okay, this happens all the time. So be careful. Just because something is in your account doesn't mean it's cleared. Okay, very important. And what you also have to watch out for, ladies and gentlemen, is that things are misspelled. Just poor English. Most of these scammers are coming from countries, they don't speak very good English, might be coming from Kenya, Zimbabwe, India, and a lot of these scam houses are actually big factories, and all they do all day is work in a little room, and they create scams. So the spelling is, if there's misspelling, there's syntax, there's an exclamation mark, copy infringement with an exclamation mark, your account, you think copyright infringement is wrong, you should provide feedback. Who speaks like that? So watch out for stuff that just doesn't work out. I'll tell you a quick little vignette. I was in a situation where I was waiting on a pair of Maui gyms. Now, These are not Maui gyms. I love Maui gyms because they are great for sailing. They have a great lens. I love to sail. So what happened was I went through a secondary website for glasses that cost $350, and I got them for $79. And I think this is really cool. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, weeks later, I get something from UPS that says to me, listen, we can't verify your address, so could you please verify your address? And then the next slide was, could you pay 60 cents so they can redeliver? So I put my credit card in, and it said it didn't work. Now, this credit card always works. So I thought, wow. And I was about to put the second credit card in, but the format didn't look right. And I thought, oh my God. I immediately called up my bank, and they said, you've been scammed. So anyway, watch out for that. Misspellings are a dead giveaway. If in fact you're looking like this right here, excuse me, this right here is a fake email. So what if you don't know if it's a scammer now? What if you just don't know? Well, the easy thing to do is get on the real website and then call up Geek Squad and say, hey, is there a problem with my account? That's a great way to always do it. Always check the email by going to the real site and saying, it's not a real email. So that's a little trick you can use for scamming. So I thought that was good. Let's play a game in here. Identify the scam. Who thinks they can identify the scam? Okay, let's see how many people get how many right. This is going to be fun. Okay, here it is. You get this on your email. Scam or no scam? How many people think this is a scam? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. How many people think it's real? Okay, how many people don't know? How many people don't want to say? Okay, so what we're going to do is the first thing you're going to do is we're going to hover over the link, and this is what comes up. drive-google.com/Luke.Johnson. Do you guys see anything wrong with that email? Go ahead.
There's not a dot in the upper one.
There's not a dot.
Also,
Well, yeah, they don't match. Well, yeah, this is different than that. Very good. What else?
The email isn't the same.
Email's not the same. Very good. Very good. You guys are good. Anything else? Yes.
There's two dashes.
Two dashes. Notice it says HTTP. Does anybody know what HTTP is? Shouldn't it be an S? There's no S. Okay, there's no S. So, mouse over. Now, here's what you always want to do. Here's a good tip. What you always want to do is you don't want to click. You just hover your mouse over, and then you look at it. Very careful. And if it doesn't look right, then go through the back door. Let's say go into Budget Docs and see if these line up. The other issue is there's no drive-Google. It's drive.google. Okay, so that it should be drive.google.com. So you have to check and make sure it's a real email. Okay, good job. Let's go to another one. That's phishing. Real or not real? How many people think it's real? Raise your hands. How many people think it's fake? Okay, everybody thinks this is fake. Well, let's see. Let's hover over it. Does anybody see anything wrong with that?
no.
Okay, it knows. So maybe this is real. Well, there's a problem. There should be a / after .com, or it's really going to another URL, sytez.net. So this is not a real Google account. Okay, so you got to watch it. There's not a / after that. It's a scam. Okay, so this is phishing. Okay. All right, let's do another one. How many people think this is real? Okay, good job. How many people think it's a scam? Nobody thinks it's a scam? Do you think everybody thinks it's real?
I'm still reading it.
Still reading it. Okay, keep reading it. Let's see. Let's hover over it. That always helps. Well, let me see. It's www.dropbox.com. Okay. / Let's go to another hyperlink. HTTPS. It's got the S. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then Dropbox.com. Help. Okay. Does that look okay to everybody? Does that look okay?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, and then let's go to the next hyperlink. www.dropbox.com / business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. This is real. Good job. Good job. Let's go to another one here. Now, please find attached 2024 financial report. Fake or real?
Fake. Fake.
Okay, fake. How many people think it's fake?
Okay, good.
Okay, how many think it's real? Oh, 50-50. Okay, let's see what we got. From the address is slightly different from what you would see in the past. Okay, that's interesting. So they're basically saying that there is a westmountschool.org, but there's no such thing as a westmountdayschool.org. Now you can figure that out by checking it. You can go to their website and say, wait a minute, there's no such thing as westmountdayschool.org. So that's how you would know. You go through the back door. Okay, you go through the real website and you check if it's legitimate. And of course, be real careful, ladies and gentlemen, when opening up PDFs, they can have a lot of malware in there, a lot of nasty stuff. So don't open up a PDF on your computer. You can just dump it with a lot of garbage. All right, so this is phishing. This is fake. Okay? How about this one? Let's take a look. Someone has your password. Hi. Someone just used your password to try to sign into your Google account. Do you know who was running for president this happened to? Did anybody?
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. This is how she got all her emails to the world. Is her staff pressed on that? What do you guys think after looking at this? What do you think? What's the verdict? Good or bad? Bad. We think no. Negative. Niente. No bueno. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. First of all, here's what we got. Well, first of all, here's your dead giveaway, right? Where's the S, right?
There's not a slash at the
Doesn't have the, very good, you're learning. That doesn't have the /, doesn't have the S. This is nice. You guys are going to be experts here by the end of the day. Of course, what this website goes to, the sender's address is google.support isn't used. So this isn't a real email address. You can check that through Google. This link points to a subdomain of millsecurity.org, not Google. And of course, it doesn't have the /. So it's really not going to Google, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it doesn't have the /. This is phishing. This is a fake email. Okay, let's do one more. Government-backed attackers may be trying to steal your password. Okay, Google's.support. What do you guys think?
no.
Niente? No? Okay, let's see what we got here. First of all, we're going to go to the hyperlink, and remember, we're not going to click on it. We're just going to hover over it, because if you click on it, bad things could happen. Well, it's got the S, it's got the /. Say that again? Yes, that's very good. Also, it's got some really kind of, as previous question, Google's.support is an unused email. Very good, yes.
It says tinyurl.com.
Very good. What does that mean?
It means that it's not the actual website.
That's very good. How'd you get so smart? Is your mom smart? Good job. That's very, very good. Watch out for the tiny URL, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for that. This is a red flag. It doesn't 100%. All this means is there's something behind it. There's something I don't want to show you, okay? The tiny URL. And a lot of you guys probably know that. You probably know this better than I do because you guys are better at the internet than I could ever be. But that's a scam. How about this one? Now this is actually, I got this email. And it was made out to me. It's real. Yeah, okay. Very good, Katie. Sit down. Okay, so what do they want? What do they want? Ladies and gentlemen, what do they want? They want money and they want information. That's what they want. They want money and they want information. What are you going to do if you get scammed? Okay, go ahead, tell me.
If it's with my credit card or a debit card, I would ask the bank to temporarily shut down any purchases made through that.
You are 100% correct. You can freeze your account. You don't have to get a new credit card. You can actually put a freeze up. You have the app. You just go and say freeze. That would be the first step. But unfortunately, I've replaced so many credit cards. My bookkeeper is very mad at me. You could ask your family, say, "Hey, I think I've been scammed." That would be one thing you could do. One of the nice things to do when you're signing up for stuff, guys, don't use your real name. Use a fake name. That's always a good good thing to do. Ask yourself what information can be found with what you gave them. When I was scammed with my sunglasses and I called American Express, he said, "Okay, what did you give them?" I said, I gave him my credit card number, I gave them my expiration date, and I gave him the code on the front. He said, "Rip up the card, I'm sending a new card." They have too much information. You're going to get scammed. So I immediately did that. They shut down my card. I had wherewithal to do that immediately, and that's what you need to do. Contact the person, and most of the time it's your credit card. Correct, 100% correct. Keep an eye out. The more information they get, the more they can use it to scam further. Yes.
They can actually use it, your information to scam other people as well, and like your friends or people that might know you. They also can use it to send personalized scams to you. So.
Yes, like we said earlier, your friend can get hacked, send something to you. You think it's from your good friend, so you go, and the next thing you know, you're scammed. The other thing they love to do is they want to get more money, so they'll keep asking you, "Here's Taylor Swift tickets for $200, send another $400, and then you can keep getting scammed when you're never going to get what you want. Click this link to learn more. Well, we know men are now, don't we? Hey guys, thanks.
Give it up for Dominick.